this job fair is bananas. So you go to a job fair and I looked at your LinkedIn profile before you got here. You're employee number 7 there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe that like you join such an iconic brand from going to a job fair. Like, what are they doing at a job fair? You know, there's 6 of them. Like,
that too from accidentally being a TA.
Yeah.
Because that was through like a family thing, right?
Yeah.
Just coincidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, I think, and I heard you guys talk and tweet about it too, but I think it's all of this concept of like creating more surface area to get lucky.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's one of those where like you just kind of got to be around. You got to be hanging around stuff that's interesting and that you like, and allow for these things serendipitously.
Do you remember?
Happen.
Yeah. Did you have to have a resume? Did you like hand them a resume?
Oh yeah. Hand them a resume. I went back like a few years ago and I was looking at our initial email exchanges, which is just hilarious. But yeah, like handed them a resume and followed up and waiting to hear back.
And what was the interview process like when they were
the interview process was like, I remember it was Matt, Henrik, and Carly, 3 co-founders, and we were just all in a room. And I don't think I talked all that much. They were just kind of like, you know, shitting on each other and being weird. And like, they were asking me questions. And it was like more of almost like a, can you fit into this vibe type of interview than like, tell me your hard skills.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I went through like, here's my 20 ideas for how we would grow it. And they're like, sounds great.
Yeah.
But they were in an interesting situation where like Matt was coming off of, he was at like a VC Dogpatch Labs, like incubator. And Carly was the first New York GM of Uber. And Henrik has this venture studio out of New York called Prehype. And so like they were also initially not looking to like get super involved. Carly was, but Matt and Henrik are looking to get more like build this business and then hand it off to other people. And so they were kind of like kicking the tires on like, these people have our vibe that we're bringing in, and early employees, it's so important to make sure from a culture perspective. But yeah, we've laughed about it, but it was unique any way you slice it.
That's amazing. Yeah, I actually tried to raise money from Henrik at Prehype with Native, you know, long time
ago.
Well,
did he give you money?
He didn't.
Ugh.
I remember I sent him a sample and he's like, this gave me a rash. I'm not going to use this and I'm not going to invest. I get it. No problem.
I mean, that is fair feedback.
Yeah, completely fair.
You know,
I don't blame him.
But that's still a miss.
And so like I looked at BarkBox's number. So BarkBox, for the people who don't know, basically is a subscription, or primarily a subscription for dog treats and like pet treats and pet toys.
Dog. Yeah, it's dog only.
Okay, dog
only.
I looked at your numbers. So I don't know, when you joined in 2012, I don't know what those numbers look like. In 2014, you're at a $25 million run rate. Is that primarily just off the back of Meta advertising?
Yeah, I mean, we really leaned hard into Meta out of the gate. I think, you know, in retrospect, this is advice I give earlier stage founders a lot, having learned and doing this incorrectly. In retrospect, like, we should have spent even more time and money there.
Yeah.
There's this feeling, and I definitely felt it, where it's like, we're not diversified. Like, we have too much money in this one channel. What if it goes away? And like, yes, of course, at some point you look to diversify. But I kind of went off on this search where I was like, cool, I did Facebook. Check. I'm going to hand it off some other people that are going to take it. I'm going to go find the next Facebook. And I feel like I spent a couple years searching, and then eventually was like, God damn it, I should have just tripled down on this channel, and we would have
I went through that too at one point. I'm sure you did too.
Definitely.
I feel like everybody like finds success on Facebook, and then it's like, now we got to diversify.
Yeah.
And then you go try to find the next it just doesn't exist.
And it's not always Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It's like whatever channel is actually working for you. I'll talk to people that are like, you know, they're 6 months in and they're finding like so much success on like TikTok influencer. We gotta do this other things. We gotta try other stuff. And it's like, or it could be search. It could be, you know, I've definitely seen other people, you know, content, organic social, like, lean into what is working for you. Don't fight against what is working for you.
Yeah. I was the same way. Yeah.